Today we're celebrating because a new monochrome camera was born and announced. I'm referring to the Ricoh GR4 Monochrome, and Ricoh, they were able to make it where Leica couldn't. Let's talk about it. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from One Lens Only, and well, I don't know if you're following the channel for a while or not, but anyway, I'm very fond of shooting monochrome because I find fascinating, apart from the settings and the framing and everything, all the many aspects, luminance is pivotal to the great results if you want to have fine art photos, or at least if you love street photography like I do. And so I've always been fascinated by Leica and the whole world because they produce super fine glasses and cameras, but I've always been fascinated by Ricoh because they found an escamotage to give you raw monochrome file, which is pivotal for the amusement if you want to shoot black and white and to use the red, the yellow, the orange filter in front of your camera. But I also had the chance to try the Ricoh GR3 X because I borrowed it from a friend, and now I just realized that the Ricoh GR4 Monochrome has one very important aspect. I have been watching all the reviews because I was not among the fortunate guys that had in their hands the pre-production series of the camera. I might be able to try it once it's released, but anyway, I think that they focused on many different aspects, but what is very important for me is that Ricoh, they made it where Leica couldn't. I'm referring, of course, to the former episode on this channel where I discussed the Leica Q3 find the link up here below, that was not implementing phase detect already. So it's 2026 and it takes a big effort if you want to implement phase detect in a monochrome sensor, and so Leica didn't do it. So the Leica Q3 still has a contrast-based autofocusing, while the Ricoh GR4 Monochrome has phase detect. Now, there are a few implications if you want to have a helicopter view to talk about this matter, because it changes the way you are shooting. With the Ricoh up to the GR3X, it had a different focal distance, but you were basically shooting zone focusing because you could set the distance on your camera even using the ring, and then basically you were zone focusing. So you didn't really need autofocus. It was not snapping a series of shots, so you didn't have fast moving subjects and you didn't need to have pointy autofocus, contrast, the images, so on and so forth. While right now with phase detect, it also changes the way you are snapping photos, because maybe you want to shoot wide open with that f2.8 glass because you have phase detect, so you can rely on it. And then if you're shooting wide open, then you need, of course, a faster shutter speed, especially if you shoot in bright conditions. And so they implemented also an electronic shutter, so you have, because the mechanical shutter was capped at 1/2500th of a second, with the electronic shutter you can go even faster. Now, many main differences in between the Ricoh GR4 and the 4 Monochrome. GR4, they had implemented up to 3 stops of an ND filter, while the GR4 Monochrome, it's up to 2 f-stops with the red filter, so you will have deeper, darker blue skies and lighter red colors. So if you don't know what I am referring to, please have a look at how to shoot monochrome with colored filters in front of your camera. Now, you cannot put additional filters in front of the Ricoh GR. This is why they implemented the red filter that covers up to 2 f-stops, and then eventually you can go faster with your shutter speed. So the very first change in this new generation is that you are not zone focusing anymore. You are not snapping pictures. I think there's a channel or someone who used the term snappiness, that it's perfect for the Ricoh GR2, 3, 3X4, so on and so forth. So it's not a snappiness anymore. It's not zone focusing. Zone focusing it's challenging with the Ricoh because when I tried it, I have big hands, I have to say. So when you use a small camera now, this is not it, but it's comparable in dimensions to a smartphone. When you have a compact camera, which is also so thin, the angle changes dramatically the framing. And so it was not easy for me coming from the little Pixie, which is thicker. It was not so easy for me with the Ricoh GR3X to have a perfect framing because also is light changing the angle will change the framing dramatically, and since you don't have an EVF, you don't really see what you are shooting at. You just rely on your guts. Let's say if you're shooting from the hip or from different angles of position, it might or it might not be the framing that you wanted. But with 26 megapixel and an APS-C frame, well, that's enough if you want to have reframing in post, especially right now that we're having phase detect. So first thing, thank you Ricoh for implementing phase detect in front of a monochrome sensor, validating the question mark that we had. Is it possible to have phase detect in front of a monochrome sensor? Leica didn't do it with the Q3M. They will eventually be able to do it now that they stated they're developing their own sensor. If you missed the episode, please find it up here. I will put the link and the link to that episode, because Leica, they are developing their own sensor, and in that case it might be a monochrome. Of course, it will not have IBIS with the Ricoh has, so it has a few f-stops compensation. If you want to go slower with the shutter speed, it might be stable, it might be sharp anyway. And then eventually, Leica with their own sensor, once they have it and once they have a monochrome, they might be able to implement the phase detect. Phase detect changes dramatically the way you're shooting, we said, because if you want to give it a fair chance to make a difference, well, you might want to go and shoot wide open. But if you shoot wide open, then it's not a street photography anymore. Street photography, we normally shoot f5.6, 6.3, 7.1, f8, even f11, because we want to have the scene happening with the main subject telling that story, but we also want to see the surroundings to be able to identify where this scene is happening. While if you want to give phase detect a value shooting wide open, then your main subject will be sharp and in focus, but all the surroundings might be blurred because you have a shallow depth of field, and so maybe you see your subject but you don't see the city all around. So it might change the habit. You are snapping pictures with the Ricoh, it might be worth it on a wide glass like that. Phase detect, it might or might not be a good help. I think that the zone focusing we were using with the Ricoh GR3X was great already. It was not my preferred camera, I have to say, because it's too small for these big hands. And this is why I enjoyed so much the Leica Q2, the little Pixie, and I'm enjoying my Sony right now. But Ricoh GR4 Monochrome, I might give it a fair chance because the sensor is good. I mean, we saw the Pentax with the DSLR Monochrome released already a couple years ago. This is a new generation. They said they are tweaking the sensor. It's a brand new tweak, at least 26 megapixel APS-C sensor with phase detect, with IBIS in body image stabilization, with the two f-stops of ND filter with the red filter applied, and not so much help when it comes down to boosting the ISO because it's not a full frame, and this is not the technology that made Ricoh famous. But all in all, it's a valuable, great product for the price that it's requested. Now, let's talk about the price for a sec, because with the same exact money, you might purchase the Ricoh GR4 Monochrome, which is a brand new development. So I do understand they have to do the amortization on the R&D, but with the exact same money, you can also get your Nikon ZR, which is not so compact, but offers so much more in terms of full frame, interchangeable glasses, and the video capabilities. So give or take something. I don't know what kind of shooter you are. I don't know if, of course, the Ricoh is not a professional camera. It might be a second or a third angle eventually. It might not be your sole camera if you want to have professional shooting, but it might be a good purchase. So please let me know down here in the comments if you are stacking already the money to pre-order that camera, and if you're giving it a fair chance like I will once it's officially released. And with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on your social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any videos to come, and I guess I will see it. Thank you. Bye-bye.